Hi there, I hope you are doing great. My name is MJ. Welcome to the Creative Intuition Tarot. This will be the last collective reading for the month of August 2021 for the last decade, 21st through to the 31st, so 11 days this time. General reading that can apply to any area of your life, so as always, please listen with an open mind and apply the messages to your specific situation as they resonate with you. Remember, we are not trying to predict the future here. What we are doing is we're looking at the energies, overarching energies surrounding the collective at this time, to see how we can best benefit from them. Okay, so these are general messages that are intended to be relevant for the collective. I will start with pulling out a major arcana from the Good Tarot to set out the scene, see what is the key theme or lesson for the last decade of August for the collective, and then we will pull out some additional tarot cards to dig into the details. I think we have two cards. The High Priestess and the Fortune's Wheel. So number 2 and number 10, the Wheel of Fortune, a card of completions, completing cycles and new beginnings, with number 10 being made of 1 and 0, right? So there is a new beginning and that indication of cycles. After 10 we start again, right? The High Priestess, the one that her wisdom springs from the earth, the stars, almost like the ancient cosmic knowledge, an innate something that one is born with, deep intuition, trusting that what we know is true, okay? But the High Priestess is also about hidden influences, secrets. She sees behind the veil. She sees what others can't. Okay, she's the guardian of that truth. So there are no secrets to her because she knows, right? She has that deep wisdom that comes from the universe, if you will, right? It's unexplainable, it's innate. Now the Fortune's Wheel, as I said, completing cycles, but this is also about destiny, fate, changes, ups and downs as the wheel turns as well. This card is all about divine timing at play. There's no point in fighting destiny, but this is also about good fortune, time passing, and it's related to the planet of luck, Jupiter. So there is that vibe of luck being on our side at this time when the wheel shows up and it's in the upright position. Now when we combine those two cards, we have a turn of events on a spiritual level or a deep soul level, okay? It will be different for everyone, and it can relate to any area of life because we can perceive many things as deeply spiritual or being affecting our souls, right? But there's the wheel turning in some area that is of deep spiritual importance or value for us at this time. Okay, it may be a shift in consciousness, a shift in that spirituality with the wheel turning, because it may be about closing up a cycle, entering a new one, which may be a leveling up for some, right? I said the Wheel of Fortune is about time passing. We often feel that nothing is happening, but the wheel is turning all the time. The time that has passed was not wasted. That's what I hear. The time that has passed was the time of learning, studying, exploring. Can be love related, it can be your work related, okay? Something that just is affecting the soul deeply. And that time is not wasted because it was that time of almost like an apprentice. Someone who was sightseeing the suburbs of the divine realm, okay? That's what That's what came to my mind. And now that someone is leveling up to actually enter that realm. Now again, it will be different for everyone, but it feels deeply spiritual and soul related. It's like an uplifting of souls. Hope that makes sense. But with the Fortune's Wheel, I said this is divine and divine timing at play as well, the perfect timing. So it was meant to happen. It may be a very specific message for someone out there. But it feels with that leveling up of consciousness, okay? It may be leveling up of just the power of our mind. It may be about logical thinking too for some. But with the High Priestess, there's always that aura of mystery and something magical. That's why it makes me think of spirituality and that soul uplifting or leveling up, okay? Clarify the energy, please, for the collective for the last decade of August. Look at this. The Wheel of Fortune and the Nine of Wands. The time that passed was not wasted. It was the learning time. I can't make those things up, okay? It's like an apprentice time. See this young girl? Feels as if the time is not passing when we learn something, and sometimes we feel forced to it, like at school. The time seems to pass by so slowly, right? And she's like surrounded by those clouds, which makes me think of a foggy time when we don't understand everything clearly. And we may be discouraged on our way with the Nine of Wands, because we don't see those results that we expect so quickly. We may be getting tired, physically, mentally. We may want to give up. We may feel bruised, okay, exhausted. But this is 9 and 10, right? So a logical progression. Number 10, I said, an ending and a new beginning. It's very easy to give up when we're extremely close to. That's something that we work on, desire, but just because it takes more time than we expected or more effort than we expected, we get discouraged and may want to give up. This is definitely a reminder to not give up. The time that passed is not wasted. With the Wheel of Fortune, there is that leveling up of that consciousness, whatever that is for you, whether it's spirituality or that logical mind, the way you perceive the world, yourself, maybe truth about a specific situation or a different understanding of a specific situation. But there is that leveling up of the consciousness, of the way we perceive, and it feels deeply spiritual. It's like it's seriously an upliftment of a spirit. Provided that we don't give up, right, with the Nine of Wands. Is there anything else? Judgment. The call to awakening, okay, the return to life. It can be a victorious phoenix rising, right? It's about closing out the past, taking responsibility for whatever we've done in the past, good and bad, making peace with it. But this is also a card of spiritual awakening, okay? It traditionally would depict an angel with a trumpet, like this wake-up call that I said. So it does speak that return to life is a spiritual awakening. Return to spiritual life or something more rooted in the soul. It can be creative project. It will be different for everyone. But something that truly uplifts the soul and expands the consciousness. The vision can be creative vision, can be about imagination. Cosmic up-leveling, okay? Hear the call and act on it. There's no point in fighting destiny, I said, with the Wheel of Fortune. There is some kind of leveling up that is needed. It's almost like graduation with this Wheel of Fortune, with this studying. It's almost like graduating to another level. It really may be very specific just for someone out there, but this is a beautiful energy. It's almost as if we're starting to perceive reality with the eyes of our souls finally, and not the physical eyes that we have, you know, installed in our heads. And I'll leave it there. The Six of Swords at the bottom of the deck, that is moving on, that is a journey to the calmer waters. She is calm and patient, the High Priestess. She's absolutely not immersed in those waters that in this card we're leaving behind. Those disrupted waters, and moving towards deep soul level calmness, like to a permanent meditative peace in our minds and souls. I'll just leave it there. I hope that you enjoyed, and if that resonated with you, perhaps you would consider hitting that like button, subscribe button. I hope to see you next time, and until then, as always, please take care of yourself. Bye.